Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Village of Bartlett Committee of the whole meeting for December 7, 2021. I call this meeting to order and again ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Daney?
Yes, here.
Gansey? Here. Gunstein? Here. Hopkins? Here. Rinke?
Yes, here.
Walensky? Yes. President Wallace?
Present. First item we have on our agenda this evening is Building and Zoning. Chairman Hopkins.
Thank you, President Wallace. There's two items on our agenda tonight. The first is the Wheaton Eye Care Clinic. Consider requesting a site plan amendment for 2,150 square feet addition on the existing medical facility located at 980 South Route 59, formerly the Fifth Bank.
Thank you, Trustee Hopkins. So yes, it's a 2,100 square foot addition to the back of the existing Wheaton Eye Clinic. They're essentially just enclosing the canopy or drive-through area in the back. Shown here. This addition would require more parking spaces, and this site plan actually does satisfy the zoning ordinance requirement of 36. It shows 36 spaces, 34 spaces are required. But because of the additional parking spaces, they are now located within the side yards, which does require a variation request.
Have you been out to the site?
I have.
Yeah. Will it interfere with any of the other associated businesses that are there?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Right.
That's all I have.
So we'll send this on to the Plan Commission for the ZBA for required public hearing. Next item on our agenda is the Amending Building Code, Title 9, Bartlett Building Code Update. With that, I'll let Roberta go down the list here.
Okay. So this was really spurred on primarily by the International Swimming Pool and Spa Code, which was, it used to be an appendix to the International Residential Code. And it has since been modified to be its own standalone code book. And essentially what we would like to do is formally adopt this code book as part of our building code. I also listed a couple other general modifications. If you have any technical questions on those, I'd be happy to answer those as well.
Any other questions from the meeting?
This isn't going to affect any current construction. I mean, that's been...
It's all
ready.
when you apply for a new building permit.
I'm with you. Right.
So one thing in this I noticed was driveway and the, what do you want to call it? What's on
The base.
The base.
Mm-hmm.
So is this going to help reduce costs for residents?
Yes, we've had actually a couple people say, you know, and our inspectors have said that some of these bases, yes, they're 15 or 20 years old, but they're still fine. Why are we making people replace them? So yes.
Good.
Yeah. So some of this stuff is going to reduce costs for residents.
Yes.
If we adopt this code, then will it replace some of the codes that we have? I mean, will we get rid of something that we're adopting in?
So the SPA code would be formally adopted as part of our building code. We do have some local amendments that we've outlined here, a few minor changes. I don't know if you have anything in particular that...
No.
Okay, but no, nothing is really getting rid of. If anything, we're adding safety measures to, like, I'll give you an example, is and specifically stating that when you have a fence around or either the perimeter of the property or around a pool, the gates have to swing out. It wasn't exactly clear to everyone when they were applying for a building permit that they might have to change their gates on their fences. We want that to be very clear.
That's all we have in the building and zoning tonight.
Thank you, Chairman Hopkins. License and ordinance, Chairman Gunstein.
Wallace, I think we have one item, business license code update. I'll turn it over to staff. Joey?
Thank you, Chairman Gunstein. So staff has completed a long overdue review process of our building license code. So right now, when a business opens within the village, so they contact Village Hall to apply for a license. And for some of these businesses, the process can require one specific license or several. An example of that is a restaurant getting a restaurant license as well as their liquor licenses and the video gaming and all of those different things. So throughout the review of the current license fee and category structure, staff has identified a number of categories that don't line up with current needs of businesses in the village today. So through this review process, the goal was to increase efficiency and simplify the application process for all new and current businesses. And after surveying some other communities, we by far had some of the some of the most categories and kind of a complex code to it that were redundant and overcomplicated, so as well as some of them being outdated. So I have attached two charts, one with the proposed update and then one with what we currently have in place. And with that, I'll take any questions.
This is just going to this is just going to streamline the, there's too many redundancies with the...
Yeah, we have a lot of very specific categories kind of already in place. So a big, one of the big changes is just it's looking at more businesses just by the square footage of the space that they're using rather than by the specific type of use that it is.
I think it's always been the focus of this board to streamline the permitting process. I would like to move forward with this.
These are our existing fee schedules, correct?
Yeah, so it's so just our current, we're just reorganizing some of the current fee structure. So eliminating certain categories, and anything that was eliminated is just being recategorized.
We're not now requiring a permit for a business that didn't used to need a permit, right?
Correct. So any business, so we didn't, there's only certain types that we added, which are just as part of the reclassification. So,
okay.
So if we eliminated a category, we're pretty much looking at them by square footage rather than what it used to be.
So when Seth was reviewing some of these, did he also review some of the fee schedules for these businesses?
I'm sorry?
Did you guys also review the fee schedules?
So that's specifically what this was mainly just the fees. We didn't raise any of the current fees. We're still on the lower end for what we did compare to for other communities, kind of right in the middle. So, yes. We did, yeah. We sent out a survey to some of our different groups and then also looked at the immediate surrounding towns. Just curiosity,
does a quarry, gravel pit, and a mining operation, did it typically pay $200 in other communities?
So part of it was a little complicated. It was kind of apples to oranges looking at some of them. Some towns had just a flat $125 fee for a business license. So it really was apples to oranges for some of those different categories. I'd have to take a look at, what that, something like that specifically was. But everything was pretty on par with other communities.
We had, as the memo says, we had over 200 classifications of licenses, and they were based on use. And there was a lot of confusion when a new business would come and not understand, well, how are you categorizing me? Where do I fit into this? I could fit into a couple different categories. The use of the square footage is a really, cut and dry way to calculate the license fee. The survey that Joey had mentioned really did show that there were a number of different ways to skin the cat, but we tried to find a way that was very clear to the business owner that didn't have as much wiggle room for interpretation.
So is this like all online then, and they like go put it in, or does it take staff time to figure it out? Like if they put their square footage in, will it just show up and be done?
Initially, like the first business license, we spend more time with the business owner and explain how it is. But all the renewals, I believe, are online now, and they can just click and renew.
Square footage is something we do already ask for on the application. So, yeah, we do have some of that information there. It's just more part of where their fee falls.
More discussion or questions?
Moving on to, yep,
There you go.
yep.
Got it.
Thank you, Chairman Gunstein. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Daney, seconded by trustee Gunstein. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Gansey?
Yes.
Gunstein? Yes. Hopkins? Ranky?
Yes.
Swansky?
Yes.
Daney?
Yes.
We are adjourned. We'll see you all